You know what I keep hearing? The foreign men love Filipinos because we're soft, sweet, and feminine. Like we're some delicate little flowers who'll never say no. But here's the truth, that's a half blind version of who we really are. Because today, I'll expose how the West misunderstands Filipina femininity and why being kind, nurturing, and soft does not mean we're weak. In fact, it's the opposite. Alright, so listen carefully and let's discuss more deeper. And I want to start with the stereotype. Western men often imagine the perfect Filipina as this always smiling, obedient woman who just cooks, cleans, and never argues. They think femininity means silence or saying yes all the time, but that's not femininity. That's a fantasy. Because in reality, in look the generation that we have right now, especially now, Filipinos are raised to be feminine but also strong decision makers. That's the true nature of us. We grow up helping our families, caring for siblings, managing money, and facing challenges that most Western women may never experience. And that's not weakness, that's strength disguised as gentleness. And dive deeper about the true Filipina. The real Filipino femininity is layered. We're thought to be caring, respectful, and graceful because it's part of our culture. So it's all about the culture. We say po and opo as a sign of respect. So if you've been dealing with Filipina ladies, especially to those living in Luzon or speaking Tagalog, Filipino language, you usually hear the po and opo. It's a sign of respect. Alright, so we're not usually uh, using that one in Bisaya or in Mindanao and Cebu, but mostly that's a version of the word is mainly used in Tagalog. So po and opo is a sign of respect. We keep our tone soft even when we disagree. And yes, we love taking care of the people we love, our family, our man, our children. But behind that softness is mental toughness. Most Filipinas know what it means to hustle, to sell something, to work two jobs, to send money home, to fight quietly for survival. Our sweetness is not a sign of weakness, it's cultural politeness mixed with strength. We're raised to smile through hard times, but never mistake that for being naive or weak. So, where foreigners get it wrong. Some foreigners confuse this femininity with submission. They think, oh, she's quiet. She'll never speak up. She's traditional. She'll just obey. Wrong. A Filipina who truly loves you will respect you. Yes, but she's not your mate. She's not your doormat. Doormat. And again, this is not uh, centering or pointing myself in this video, in this discussion, and I'm not generalizing all foreigners, but instead, some of foreigners think like this. Yeah, and so if you treat her like a servant, she will either walk away or, worse, she'll silently lose respect for you. You want a loyal partner, then treat her like a partner. Understand that being feminine doesn't mean we don't have boundaries. We do. And we can be very strong when someone crosses the line. And the West often misses this part of us because they only focus on the sweet, loving side. They don't realize that the same Filipina who cooks for you will also stand up for herself when you disrespect her or her family. That's why lots of issues around rumors that foreigners after marrying or in relationship with someone here Filipinas complaining, after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or even months with the relationship because we expect too much that Filipino are just like this. And so, to understand more about this trend behind the sweetness, Filipino femininity is like water, soft and calming, but powerful enough to cut through stone when needed. We can run a household, care for children, work for the family, and still manage to smile. And that's strength. In many Western cultures, strength is shown as being loud, aggressive, or independent to the point of isolation. But in the Philippines, strength is quieter. It's in the sacrifices we make. It's in how we show up for family no matter how tired we are. It's in the way we keep love alive even when life is hard. So don't question too much while that certain Filipina is not giving up easily. Like why why she ended up like 3 years before giving up, 4 years before giving up. Because that's how when we love we give it all and we sacrifice a lot. So when a foreigner man says, I love Filipinas because they're feminine, I want him to understand what that really means. Our femininity is not about being powerless, it's about using grace, loyalty, and resilience to hold everything together. So, yeah, here's the truth. If you think femininity means being weak, you've misunderstood us completely. A Filipino softness is not about being powerless, it's about having the strength to love, care, and endure when life gets hard. It's about balancing grace with grit, even when no one notices. So we can be the gentle hands that cook your meals, yet the same hands that work day and night to build the future. We can be sweet and polite, but when someone disrespects our values or family, that same sweetness turns into unshakable strength. To love a Filipina is to see the woman behind the smile, the one who carries both tradition and modern courage. We're not just traditional wives or obedient girlfriends. We are women who lead with heart, loyalty, and wisdom. And if you respect us, you'll see that a Filipina's femininity is not a weakness to control, but a superpower to cherish. We don't just love with words, we love with action, sacrifice, and resilience. And if you understand that, you'll realize that loving a Filipina is not about finding someone weaker than you. It's about finding someone who can stand beside you and make you stronger too. And that's the real Filipino truth. Not a stereotype, not a fantasy, but a kind of strength that the West rarely talks about until they experience it for themselves. Alright, so that ends for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and still supporting. And if you find this video interesting and aiding for you, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts and suggestions. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit notification bell so you won't miss any of my new upload. Thank you so much. Till the next episode. Bye bye.